Everything in our videos comes from years of experience. If bankruptcy is not for you, then look at our video called Federal Law Allows You to Discharge Your Student Loans After 25 Years Without Filing Bankruptcy. The link to our YouTube channel and our website is in the description below. All you have to do is expand the description and you will see all of the links. Bankruptcy and student loans. You can file bankruptcy on your student loans. The process is not difficult if you know the procedure. The problem is the judges. We will talk about the judges in the section called court rulings. The process can take 1 to 2 years, and afterward, you might go through 2 stages of appeals, which can take 1 year. If you lose all your appeals, there is a law that will allow you to try again, but only if new information develops. To discharge student loans, you must first file a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy and then file an adversary complaint. There are no additional court fees to file an adversary complaint. After this, you will go through additional court proceedings. Filing bankruptcy on your student loans does not mean that you have to be disabled. Does not mean that you had to have made a payment. Does not mean that if your monthly payments are 0 you will not be able to get the loans discharged. It basically means that for the next 5 to 10 years, you will not be able to make a minimum monthly payment. Plus, show in the past. 1. You have not lived an extravagant lifestyle while failing to pay the loans. 2. You have not intentionally created your financial hardship. 3. You have not willfully arranged your financial lifestyle to avoid your responsibility for the loans. Court rulings. Some states are easier to get a discharge than in others. Yet, in other states, it is almost impossible to get a discharge. The 7th Circuit Court covers Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana, and they have a reputation of being impossible. The 9th Circuit Court covers Alaska, Arizona, California, Hawaii, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Guam, and the Mariana Islands. The 2nd Circuit Court covers Connecticut, New York, and Vermont. The court's rulings from both of these circuits seem reasonable, but this does not mean easy. Other states that provide the more reasonable rulings are the states in the South, such as Alabama and Mississippi, or the smaller states such as Montana or Wyoming. On my website, I provided 20 court rulings where people were able to get their student loans discharged through bankruptcy. The website page is labeled Case Law, Bankruptcy and Student Loans. All of it depends on the judge. It does not matter if the judge is male, female, black, white, Asian, conservative, or liberal. Judges have their own biases and prejudices. To file bankruptcy on your student loans, you basically have to prove that for the next 5 to 10 years, you will not be able to make a minimum monthly payment. Plus, show in the past. 1. You have not lived an extravagant lifestyle while failing to pay the loans. 2. You have not intentionally created your financial hardship. 3. You have not willfully arranged your financial lifestyle to avoid your responsibility for the loans. Judges can do 4 things. 1. The judge can deny you a discharge. 2. The judge can discharge all of your loans. 3. The judge can discharge only the interest of the loans. 4. If your loans are not all consolidated into one loan, the judge can discharge a few of the loans and deny a discharge on the other loans. I have read a lot of court rulings where some were able to get their student loans discharged through bankruptcy, but many were not. The impression I got is the following. If you are black or a white male, you will have a very difficult time getting a discharge. If you are a white female, especially if you have kids, you will have a much easier time getting a discharge. For example, in one court ruling, a woman was collecting Social Security disability for over 8 years and sometimes worked a part-time job. The judge denied her a discharge because he said that the extra money she earned could have gone to pay her student loans. This ruling was 100% illegal, and she did not know how to file an appeal. Case Law Durrani v. Educational Credit Management Corporation states. The first prong of Brunner asks whether the debtor can maintain a minimal standard of living if forced to repay the loan, not whether she has any surplus income. Another woman who was bipolar, married, kids, she worked, and her husband worked. She was able to get her student loans discharged. However, she had enough money to hire a lawyer. Plus, she won every appeal. One would think that if you have enough money to hire a lawyer, then you have enough money to pay your student loans. The following are some of the most illogical rulings I have read. If you are 70 years old, some judges will expect you to keep working to pay your student loans. A judge stated that you applied for jobs beyond your ability. Thus, for this one judge, if you applied for any and all jobs that you might qualify will not get you the discharge. Plus, how does the judge know the job was beyond your ability? Now you know that a judge can twist the facts just to create a reason to deny you. A judge stated that your medical records are too old. Therefore, you have no disability. If you have a medical condition that you are born with, you will not get an updated diagnosis every year. A judge stated that your disability is not substantial enough to have prevented you from attaining employment to where you could not make payments on your student loans. Yet, your medical records in connection to your employment history show that the only job you have been able to achieve was labor jobs. No labor job is going to provide you with enough income to pay off your student loans. A judge stated that your income might be so low that you have to live with a family member. Thus, your needs are being met. Therefore, you do not qualify. Thus, the only way around this is to be homeless. A judge can twist the facts just to create a reason to deny you. A judge denied your request for accommodations for your disability because your disability is not substantial enough. Yet, your medical records state that you have a substantial disability. Judges are not doctors, but they can overrule a doctor's diagnosis. One thing you must always do is tell the judge that you applied for, were approved for, and received forbearances and deferments. If not, then the judge can say that you never made enough payments on your student loans. Therefore, you do not qualify for a discharge. Good luck. Best of luck.
Please hit subscribe or like. Thank you.